What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tony the Savant back with another one. I got a lot of good stuff for y'all today, but let me do the intro real quick. Shout out to the BCE, the SCE, my boy Mello. That's the president. Shout out to my boy Jeezy. That's the manager. It's also Jeezy's birthday today, y'all. You see my boy in the Facebook group. Just go ahead and wish him a happy G Day. Shout out to my boy, to my cousin. I'm sorry. Shout out to my cousin Hawk. She been supporting since day one. I love that, and I love you, G. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Oh, one more thing, y'all. Before I do that, I want to shout out a couple people that's within my network. A couple content creators that I feel like if you're into boxing, football, basketball, golf, any of that good stuff, I strongly suggest that you follow and go tap into these gentlemen's content. They have smaller channels like mine, but we're all building and just doing a little, network and all that kind of stuff. So, no further ado, shout out to my boy Lou of the Enhanced Sports Network. He's doing good work every Saturday. He has a 2-hour show. I suggest y'all go check that out. Shout out to my boy Paulie Corleone of the Boxing Group on Facebook, Boxing 24/7. Very active. They stay active over there, posting great content about boxing, keeping us up to date. We know we just had the Anthony Joshua and Helena, I can't say the guy's name, just had that good fight, I guess you want to call it. I'm gonna do my commentary on that fight in another video, but y'all go check out my boy Paulie Corleone's group on Facebook, Boxing 24/7. Also got Darian Hopkins of the Darian Hopkins Sports Show. Follow him on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all those good stuffs. My boy Big G. I can't say his last name, man. I love Gerald, but I'll put a link to his Facebook group and his channel as well. They do good work over there, going live every Thursday. And Bradley Walker of the Walker Report, a good friend of mine, doing great work. Brad does some sport. He writes sports articles as well. So these are just some gentlemen that's high on my list. I keep in tune with what they're doing. And if you're looking for some good sports content creators, I suggest y'all go check them out as well. So no further ado, let's get into this video. Y'all know me, man. I'm very excited to talk about a few situations, storylines, players in the basketball league, and James Harden is one of those characters, man. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with the storyline surrounding this guy. I can't recall. I don't know if I even made a channel about this dude on this channel just yet, but I know I made one about him on one of my past, one of my former channels, and that channel did pretty good, numbers wise. But it was only because I had to tell y'all the truth, man. James Harden is the choke artist, man. He's the godfather of choke artists. I'm trying to think of somebody that has had as many. Probably Chris Paul. Chris Paul is probably the godfather of choke artists, and James Harden's right there with him. But recent reports have come out that James Harden is trying to force his way out of another city, off another team. This has become a vicious pattern with James Harden. I'm not sure. I think he just got traded from OKC, so I'll shoot him bail on that one. But we all know he forced his way out of Houston to Brooklyn, forced his way out of Brooklyn to Philly, and now reports have surfaced that he's trying to force his way out of Philly to go to the Clippers. My thoughts. I'm I'm trying not to do a lot of bashing and bad talking about people on my channel. I kind of save that for behind the scenes, or if I'm in a comment section talking to some fanboy or whatever, then I hit them with the unadulterated facts. But James Harden, man, hopefully in some way, by fate of universe, he sees this video. Cut it out, bro. Stop it. Stop, man. I think that James Harden is one of those cats that's just not accepting that he is where he is in life. Yeah, once upon a time, when he first went to Houston, James Harden was the number one option. He was doing this thing, just raising his level of his game. It seemed year in and year out. Had an MVP season, and so I'll tell y'all the truth. James Harden Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. All these dudes are in a particular category to me. Because all of these dudes in the beginning, of their careers, or, somewhere in the middle and definitely within their primes, these were some of my favorite players, man. You know what I mean? James Harden, believe it or not, I know I'll give him a lot of flack. I give him a hard time, but at one point I really, really rooted for James Harden, especially the OKC James Harden. Did y'all know, fun fact, the only James Harden that has ever made it to the NBA Finals was the OKC James Harden? So that just goes to show, like, dude, you are a third best option. You're a phenomenal talent, a phenomenal scorer of the basketball. He ain't worth the lick on defense, but if James Harden accepted his role as a third best option on the championship team, James Harden would probably have a ring right now. His problem is that he thinks he's a number one option. He got paid like one. He's a ball hog. You know what I mean? He's not like, he did have his triple doubles and had a double digit assist season and all that kind of stuff. I believe he was the assist leader last year, if I'm correct. But his assists are just so what do you call it? It's like an empty stat. You know what I mean? His assists don't translate to team success necessarily. It just, he passed the ball to a guy that happened to score. And I hate that about the NBA now, because it all seems like that. Back in the day, in the Steve Nash, Jason Kidd era, it seems like an assist truly had some value to it, because if Steve Nash found you, it was a player in his comfort zone, gonna hit the shot. I just seen somebody, it was Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith talking about, sorry guys, I was talking about playing with Jason Kidd and how Jason Kidd would, obviously as a point guard, but we all know this about Jason Kidd now. Jason Kidd could see a play happening as he's coming up the court. He telling Iman Shumpert to take a back cut, for an alley-oop. And Iman like, oh, snaps, it was there. You know what I mean? So we all know that the assist used to have some. It used to be worth something. You know what I mean? As far as value goes, James Harden assist. Let me tell y'all the truth, man. I don't remember him passing the ball last year. He was the assist leader of the league, but I don't even recall James Harden passing the ball. I don't have any off the top of my head highlights that I can imagine where it's just like, oh yeah, James Harden is one of the best passers of all time. He's not. He does the empty stat thing, the stat padding thing, and it's annoying. That's what I'm just trying to get to. It's annoying because another thing that gets me about this dude is that he thinks he's the number one option. You know what I mean? Like I say, when I was rooting for James Harden, when I was all in, and I actually thought this dude was going to be something, more than what he is anyway. I'm not trying to knock him. Like I say, I just had higher expectations for James Harden. I definitely thought he should have got a ring in, I was going to say OKC, in Houston. I think he definitely should have got a ring in Houston. He was definitely capable of leading one of those iterations of the Houston Rockets to a championship, but it never happened, and it just is what it is. I put that blame on James Harden. But now we see him, like I say, trying to force his way out of Philadelphia because of him and Daryl Morey's deteriorating relationship. Like I said, I was following this storyline, but I didn't really deem it important enough to make a story. But him and Daryl Morey had a falling out. Apparently Daryl Morey told him that he'll trade him after this season to a team that he desired to go to. What ended up happening is that the higher ups, the guys that write Daryl Morey's check, told him, no, we're not trading James Harden. We're not doing none of that. We just traded for this dude. We traded one of our franchise players, Ben Simmons, who was drafted, homegrown, all that good stuff for this dude. So no, we're not doing that. We're not doing the Circus Olay thing. And I respect the Philadelphia suits. I don't often come to agreement with the big wigs of the NBA and all that stuff, but I do agree with them on this one for two reasons. James Harden has to learn how to just sit through it. He got to learn how to work on his individual game, leadership. He got to learn how to figure it out, man. You know what I mean? James Harden, every time he gets into a situation where he's a little inconvenienced, he tries to force his way out of the situation. And that's the annoying part, you know what I mean? All right, let me tilt that. That's the annoying part for me, is that he tries to force himself out of a situation just because of a little bit of inconvenience that he deems is too much. I think that Philadelphia currently built with Tobias Harris, Maxey, Of course, Joel. You know, I think they have a core that can make a run. You know what I mean? But James Harden is the type of dude that he's upset in Philadelphia because he feels like he should have a bigger role. He feels like he should be the number one option over Joel Embiid. You know, like it's just, this dude is in delusion, man. That's what I say. He's in delusion. And that's why I feel like James Harden doesn't have a ring. You know what I mean? James Harden has shown through his actions and his decisions that he is not a championship player, man. He doesn't even, I don't think he truly desires to win a championship. I think James Harden, his version of a championship is his lifestyle. You know what I mean? He dating Kardashians and going to strip clubs, all that stuff. That's James Harden's NBA championship. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, clown work, more clown work from James Harden. That's the report now. Also, I just got the updated report. Philadelphia is saying that they're going to force him to come to training camp, and James Harden has said that he's not coming to training camp. That he will will no longer play for the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's gotten us into an interesting pickle of a situation, because now where do we go? You know, James Harden he's probably about to put the nail in the coffin of the player empowerment era. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it like that, but we might be going back to the Bill Russell days where cats had to play for a certain team for 100 years. You know what I mean? Just because the player empowerment era has been a disaster for the NBA, for the league, for the finances. I mean, other than maybe Steph Curry, you know, and LeBron, maybe other than those two, the rest of these dudes getting astronomical money just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? As far as the production they're getting, as far as the production they're getting, the team is getting out of these players. I made a video talking about Jaylen Brown making crazy money, and I'm not counting nobody's pockets, but it's like, what is Jaylen Brown? The type of money that Jaylen Brown is getting, you have to have and once upon a time, you would have to have a championship or two to get that type of money. So, and you know, just these runner-up trophies, just making it to a championship or just making it to an Eastern Conference Finals. Well, heck, you know what I mean? We're gonna do that. Then Karl Malone should be, you know what I mean, deemed as the GOAT. You know what I mean? Patrick Ewing should be deemed as a top 5 center in the league. You know what I mean? Just because they made it to these games, you know what I mean? They didn't get paid, or I mean, they got compensated for their services. I'm not know, but they didn't get freaking all world money because they was just making it to the end of the contest. Nah, man. At the end of the day, you got to win it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not counting Jaylen Brown's pockets and nothing like that, but James Harden is one of those dudes that's been getting paid astronomical money and nothing to show for. He has nothing to show for it, man. You know what I mean? Got one MVP. Where's the Defensive Player Awards? You know what I mean? Where's the championship? Forget that. Where is the championship, James Harden? You got the talent to get it done. I got the same criticism for James Harden as I have for Kyrie, because these are two of my favorite players, of course. They're both talented as heck, you know what I mean, as far as, you know, what they do and what they can bring to a team and all that kind of good stuff. My next question is, where's the trophy, man? Where's the trophy? Because, you know, it's no point of having all the talent in the world if you're not producing anything with it. So that's just my thoughts on it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on this channel. Thank y'all for the support. You know, I'm humbled. I do truly appreciate it, and I love y'all, man. You know, y'all be blessed. Stay good out there. I'm not a player. I'm not a coach. I'm a savant. Peace.